You're not gonna believe this, but I've seen high-mileage cars run smoother, shift cleaner, and outlast newer models, all thanks to a few simple habits most drivers over 40 never think about. No tools. No tech. Just smart adjustments that matter more when your back's a little stiffer and your car's got a few gray hairs too. I'm talking real-world stuff, visibility tricks, comfort tweaks, and one oil habit that saved engines in my shop more times than I can count. And habit number 1? That's the secret. The one thing 90% of drivers skip, and it could be the difference between a rebuild or another 100,000 miles. Stick around, hit that subscribe button, and let's keep your car running like new. Habit number 10, know when not to DIY, save your back and your engine. Look, I love a good DIY fix as much as the next grease monkey, but if your vision isn't what it used to be or your flexibility makes it tough to get under the car, it might be time to let a pro handle certain maintenance. I've seen folks try to replace a serpentine belt or do a brake inspection, only to drop small parts or pull a muscle. Not worth the risk. If you're getting frustrated or struggle to see hard angles, don't force it. Some work just isn't worth the injury. Trust me, the pad you save might be your own. Now let's shift from what you shouldn't do to something almost every driver forgets entirely. Habit number 9, check seat and mirror position every 6 months. You'd be amazed how many drivers never check their seat or mirror position, even after years behind the wheel. But as your posture shifts and your reflexes slow with age, those small tweaks matter more than ever. I tell folks every 6 months, do a quick adjust. Make sure your mirrors give full visibility, your seat supports your back, and you're not cramping up on long drives. Bad ergonomics lead to nagging pain and slower response time, not exactly the recipe for a safe ride. A few clicks for comfort now saves a lot of hurt later. Habit number 8, use a tire inflator with auto shutoff. I've seen too many folks crawling around their driveway with a manual gauge, squinting to read tiny numbers and straining their knees and backs in the process. If you're aging, that's more than uncomfortable, it's downright risky. Don't gamble with your joints just to check PSI. These days, a modern tire inflator with auto shutoff takes all the hassle out of the job. Just set the pressure and let it do the work. It's faster, easier, and way safer. Some inflators even have digital readouts and built-in lights, which is great if you're airing up in a dim garage or roadside. Honestly, once you use one of these, you'll wonder why you ever did it the hard way. Your back, knees, and time are worth the upgrade. Alright, now that your tires are squared away, let's make sure your eyes and mirrors are on the same team. Habit number 7, switch to a larger rear-view mirror. If turning your neck feels more like cracking a glow stick these days, it's time to switch to a larger, clip-on rear-view mirror. These panoramic add-ons are game changers. They improve blind spot visibility big time, something that becomes more crucial as your eyes age and your mobility isn't what it used to be. I've had customers with stiff necks or limited range try one and instantly feel more confident on the road. You just clip it over the factory mirror, no tools needed. It's a small upgrade with a big safety payoff, especially when checking your 6 gets harder with aging. See more, stress less. Visibility's important, but so is reversing without holding your breath. Here's a game changer. Habit number 6, install a backup camera if you don't have one. If your car doesn't have a backup camera, you're missing out on one of the best modern upgrades, especially in tight spots or crowded lots. Even in older cars, a wireless setup is a total game changer. I've installed dozens for folks who hated reversing, and suddenly they're parking like pros. No more cranking your neck or guessing if you're inches from someone's bumper. It adds real peace of mind, especially if your driveway's tight or your garage is a jigsaw puzzle of storage bins. The install's simple, the benefit is huge, and once you use it, you'll never go back. Safety and sanity in one little screen. While we're on visibility, let's fix something else that ruins it in a heartbeat: bad wiper blades. If this has been helpful so far, go ahead and hit that like button. It tells the algorithm you actually care about your car lasting. And if you've already done a few of these habits, drop a comment below and tell me which one saved you the most headaches. Alright, back to the list. Habit number 5, replace wiper blades every 6 months. Here's something most drivers over 40 overlook: bad wipers. When your eyesight isn't what it used to be, even the smallest streaks during rain or at night can mess with your focus and kill your driving confidence. I tell customers to replace their blades every 6 months, no exceptions. Fresh rubber doesn't just improve visibility, it sharpens your reaction time, especially in surprise downpours. Your vision might be more tolerant in your 20s, but not now. If you've ever squinted through a storm wondering if you're still in your lane, yeah, it's time. This next one is tiny, but when you're stuck in the dark, it's the one thing you'll be glad you packed. Habit number 4, the $10 tool that saves you in the dark. Ever try checking a fuse or a flat tire at nighttime with just your phone light? Yeah, not fun, and definitely harder as you age. That's why I always carry a compact, rechargeable flashlight in my glove box. It's one of those tools you don't think about until you're stuck in a dark parking lot or roadside during emergencies. A little beam goes a long way when your engine starts acting up or you need to poke around a wheel well. It's cheap insurance for low stress in those why now moments. Just charge it every few months, and you're good. Now let's talk comfort, especially for your hands and wrists. Habit number 3, switch to keyless remote if possible. Got arthritis or joint stiffness? Then you know how frustrating those old traditional key turn ignitions can be, especially on cold mornings when your hands aren't cooperating. That's why I always suggest making the switch to a keyless remote setup. These push-start kits are surprisingly affordable and super practical, even for older vehicles. No more fumbling or forcing the key, just tap and go. It's one of those upgrades that feels small until you've lived with it. And once you do, you'll wonder why every car isn't built this way. Alright, we've covered tech upgrades, now it's time to listen to your instincts and your engine. Habit number 2, listen to new noises, even small ones. After years of driving, you just feel it when something's off, even if it's subtle. That little gut signal? It's often more accurate than your check engine light. I always tell customers, listen to your car. A faint rattle, a weird hum, those new noises, even the small ones, aren't just background music. They're early warnings. With enough experience, you'll hear what others miss. And trust me, catching it early is cheaper than waiting for a full breakdown. The best mechanics? They started as good listeners. Alright, here it is, the one secret this whole video's been building toward. It's simple, powerful, and I guarantee 90% of drivers aren't doing it, but they should be. Habit number 1, use an oil additive for high-mileage engines. Let's be real, drivers over 40 tend to keep their cars a lot longer. And if you've got an older, high-mileage ride, it deserves a little extra care. That's where a good oil additive comes in. I'm talking about stuff with seal conditioners and friction reducers that protect worn engines, reduce ticking, and help stop those small leaks before they turn into driveway disasters. I've had customers swear their engine felt smoother within a week of adding one. You don't need to pour in a miracle, just use the right blend for your setup, and your engine will thank you for miles. If you've never tried an oil additive, this is the time. Just one bottle might save your engine and your wallet, seriously. Final thoughts. So yeah, the truth is, there isn't some magic gadget or once-in-a-lifetime product that makes your car last forever. The real secret is doing the small stuff, consistently, and doing it smart. Especially once you're over 40, those little habits matter more than ever because you know the value of time, money, and peace of mind. Whether it's adjusting your mirrors, tossing a flashlight in the glove box, or using an oil additive, every habit here adds life to your car and takes stress off your shoulders. Treat your car like the long-term partner it is. And if you found even one tip that'll save you a breakdown or a big repair bill, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with another driver who's ready to outsmart car problems for good. I'll catch you in the next one. Stay safe, drive smart.